Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marnise Nicole and I'm an acrylic painter, and today I am doing some digital art updates. We're gonna walk through some time lapses of some new digital artwork that I've been working on, and just spoiler alert, it's a little murdery. So, as I have stated, I've had real Harlequin vibes. Actually, I've had Harlequin vibes like kind of all year. I don't really follow comics in general. I'm not a big Superman fan or Batman fan or anything like that, but I like Harlequin. One, I love the pigtails, and honestly, pigtails is all I really needed. But the attitude though, that is close to my heart right there. And so the little slightly crazy but like fun and flirty but like also murder, like I love the vibes, right? And so I actually created a murdery vibe little folder on my Procreate app. And we're going to talk about 3 pieces that I've created over the last month or so. But originally the Harlequin vibe started earlier this year with this kind of painting. You see that? Yeah. A Harlequin inspired figure with her tongue out, bloody knife, victim on the bed. No one was harmed in the making of this artwork here or any of the pieces you're going to see. But I like that it is a mix of pleasantness and attitude. I get to have fun playing with color with these pieces and texture, but also it gives off a anti-saintly kind of picturesque kind of scene. A lot of my artwork is nice, which there's nothing wrong with being nice. And when I say nice, like not just it's a nice painting, good job. No, I mean the context, the concept. It is all nice. I paint things like forces. I paint things that are contemplative. I like to paint things that involve fashion. I like to paint things that are like water or gardens or viewpoints or, you know, focus on relationships or isolation. But those are all very nice concepts. And until this year, I never really explored things that were provocative or intense or any type of unsettled. And I think this is a fun way to play with that. I've of course done my love art, but even with that, I've kind of shied away from being like graphic. I've shied away from, you know, actually painting a nude figure. And I don't know why, other than my grandmother would probably kill me. But be that as it may, like I'm 30, almost a couple of more months, but she would kill me. But still, the things I paint are nice to me. They're nice, they're pleasant, they're colorful, they're bright, they're energetic, you know, they're those type of things. But not these. Actually, that's not quite right. They are colorful, they are energetic. The pieces have vibrancy, which I really like. But they also have this kind of touch of murder. And it's not to say that I'm feeling dark or anything like that, but I like the concepts of like this pleasant scene. And then it's kind of like also like we are sweet and we are fun and happy, but also mess with us, like try it. And so with the first painting, I really think I captured that. This was actually the first one that I did as far as digital art goes. It's a little like faint and, you know, everything like that. So I'm going to actually just put it up on the screen here. And essentially the reference photo was a young girl looking at her birthday outfit. There's balloons, yada, 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 yada. Very cute, pleasant scene. However, I've turned it into something completely different because here we go. Here is this. And really, at this point, she's still slightly pleasant. She's smiling. She has that makeup making it look like she's blushing. And she has a spotlight shining on her. So she's still the center of attention at this point. But clearly, the birthday party theme has switched. Right now, we have a blood pool and a hand in the corner, right? Now, if you first looked at it fast, you wouldn't really know what all of this is in the corner. But when you look at it closer, it's kind of like she has blood dripping on her hand. There's clearly a body. And yeah, she's looking down at her boob, essentially like, you got on my boob. Why did you get on my boob? So it's like still a cute, pleasant scene. She looks like she would look up and smile and wave and do like a pageant thing in 2.5 seconds. She's just noticed the blood. Like she just happened to see it, and she's like, oh, you're ruining the moment with like your death and destruction. Why? Because we're still happy over here. We're still smiling and blushing and cute and all of that. And so firstly, I started off just, kind of tracing an outline of the positioning. That was my favorite part of the original reference photo, was the positioning. And then we went, of course, we played with some textures. I really liked the background and how we got the wall to look like brick and how we got the floor to look like wood. And I could have gone a little harder with some of the things for this painting. I think I could have extended the spotlight a little more, maybe added some red and blue tones to signify like cop cars and that kind of flashing light and that sort of thing. But as it stands, especially with the title, like, look what you made me do. Oh gosh, you made me get blood on my shoes. Look what you made me do. That was kind of what the title was. And that was the vibes too. It's just, oh gosh, golly, oh my gosh. There's blood on my shoe. I don't have anything to wipe it off with. Do you have a napkin? And so that was the whole vibes there. And for a first attempt at like these kind of pleasant murdery vibes, I think I did a really good job. I think it in essence kind of gives that kind of, she's dangerous and she doesn't look like it. And I think that is the real Harlequin like aesthetic. Like she's dangerous and she's still fun and happy. So don't mess with her because you'll regret it. So that is that. And then at the start of September, I decided I wanted to do something. It's also a very complicated piece, so I've not actually started it on a piece yet because I'm like, I will have to take a lot of time for detailing in this one and I don't want to. But it is this piece right here. And it went through a lot of changes. Essentially, I saw this reference photo and it was a photo of a party, and there's like a couple and a friend and they're just together having a fun time on the couch. They look like they're at like a New Year's Eve party or something like that. Well, we switched up that concept immediately. I liked the idea of the couple, and I kind of switched the concept because there's always this Harlequin aesthetic. Well, she'll do anything for the Joker, but the Joker's always crazy. So what if the Joker is smooth and he knows she'll do anything for him, and like it's almost sweet and scary because you have this couple, and if you cut out the other half of the photo, it's just them smiling at each other. They're in love, they're at home, they're all dressed up, they look like they're about to go out. And then you see her holding a sword though. A sword. In like a living room. Why? And then she's clearly beginning the process of decapitation. What did he do? What did he do? I'm looking at it right now and I'm just like, he must have did something. And yet it's still very pleasant. They're still at home. It had this romantic scene. You can almost kind of think away of the other side of this painting that makes this from pleasant and romantic to slightly horrifying. Like she's murdering someone and still having a conversation over here with her boyfriend or whoever he is. And he's enjoying her just focusing on him. And he is watching or letting someone be murdered. Like, what is this, the mafia? Like, what's happening here? I don't know. But the interesting things with this is that, one, I could not kind of settle on a background or a theme for so long until I focus on this being a home. This being a home. They are at home and they are dressed up because they'll be leaving soon, but they just have to take care of this one little thing. That that made me finalize the background, making sure that, you know, this is a home. They have lights, they have pillows, and they got carpets. Like, she's put together this nice home, and we still don't know who the guy is. I really wonder what he did. If I knew what he did to cause this madness, then I would feel so much more complete with this photo. But he doesn't have a story right now. He's missing a story. Right now the story is really about them. And again, you can look at this and they could fade to the front, and this guy with the X's, he could fade into the background, and then what? We don't know. The last piece though, we'll move on. The last piece is this right here. This is a kind of continuation of that story. I believe in this case, the head of the now deceased guy has been delivered over to a black widow of sorts. And so they've given Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving. I imagine that they will be soon coming to sit at the table as well. But right now they just have this black widow here, and she's just saying her prayers. She's about to eat, and it's the guy's head from the previous photo. So it was like a continuation. Like, I feel like I could write a whole comic book scene about this, or a story, and kind of encapsulate it. Or maybe he did something to her, and this is why they actually killed him. And she's like, thank you, baby, for taking care of this for me. You know I love my friend. And then now she's enjoying like the fruits of their labor. But it's like a feast. There's candlelight dinners, a salad, they have wine, and it's just like, also there's a head on the main platter where the turkey should go. So all in all, I really enjoy all of the vibes for these three pieces. I really enjoyed playing with texture. I'm getting more familiar with the brushes that come with Procreate, and that's always exciting. I wanted to get really like focus with them and know their ins and outs to kind of use them in different ways before I went ahead and purchased more different brush sets. But right now I really like what I have with the Procreate, and I feel like you have everything that you need in order to create art. Like, I've created 3 diverse pieces and they still seem to be in my style. I love that I can get my style across with these pieces. And anyway, all 3 of these pieces really fit the kind of Harlequin, Murdery vibes. And I think next year I just want to focus on like all the Murdery vibes and continue to play with these concepts of not perfection, you know? Anyway, that has been this Digital Art Diaries. My name is Marnise Nicole. I am an acrylic painter as well, and I am out to go paint. Bye.